Hello, this is Wolf from Tesla Owners US, and you recognized it right from the title Elon Vadis, because there are something what really concerned me. So it started last quarter where I placed an order for a Tesla tile roof, finally a black one, because we decided to repaint our house differently in order to accommodate the roof, not the other way around. And the only thing, I didn't get any response, any thing, whatever. And I just got a DocuSign document with an attachment, not even coming from Tesla itself, coming from DocuSign. And I'm not willing to click on any attachment and wait until a virus installs if nobody talked to me. Yeah, and then I got pounding messages from multiple locations from Tesla about buying a vehicle with them from multiple locations. So they never call me usually. And at that time, to the end of the year, they called me and hammered me with messages. And then I said, there's something wrong. And what is wrong? I tell you after.
We wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Okay, so there are a couple of factors that lead me to a decision. So what I did with Tesla, because at the end of December, thankfully and if you see it from the background picture, that was the end of December here, and it went this direction of today. I stepped out of Tesla, and there are a couple of factors which lead me to that one. Is first off, that nowadays, I think we have now 12% portion of electric cars in the United States. So these are kind of the early adopters. I was a very early adopter, and now it becomes really difficult. You have to convince the people, and that's why Papi also, they are taking their extended seller because they are other customers and try to extend their sales force with their own customers to convince people to buy Teslas. And now you have to go deep to the gasoline car drivers, to those ones, and that's hard work. I know that because if I try to convince people, people know that I have a car for 12, 13 years and they're still not ready. And I talk to them all the time, but they're not ready. So now it's really tough, heavy work to convince people. So the other thing what does not help is advertising. So even though it was at the shareholder meeting, it was promised there will be advertising, and the Super Bowl hopefully get a Tesla advertising. I don't know if it's happening. This video comes out when there is the quarter end and the year end review in front of the public, and Elon will be there probably as well. I want to know, Elon, where you're going, right? So what's the future? So then the self-driving, what was promised in 2016, did not make a breakthrough process in the last, now it's going to be 8 years. And people said, oh, it's going to be taking about 10 years at that time. And it's probably going to take 10 years. So, and yeah, it doesn't make every time it said, oh, the next version, that's the breakthrough, the next version. And now I heard also the next version will be a non-beta version. So if you have this version, a non-beta version, then the car should drive itself, but still have its kinks and its problems there. Now, what was also kind of disappointing was the Cybertruck specifications when they delivered the car. So the original production car, and I was saying with Tesla, the original production car will be always better than the prototype. And that was promised from Tesla. And this, and this didn't hold anymore, really. the Cybertruck specifications. The Cybertruck is about 20% smaller than the original one. The range was supposed to be plus 500 miles, never been, maybe now about 300 miles. Then there was no solar cover in the load area, that load area closing, the flatbed or the bed closing there. It was supposed to be solar, but that didn't realize. Then the range extender commits to a third. There's a range extender, what you have to buy in addition, commits to a third of the load area. So, and then the external power outlet was promised to be 10 kilowatt. And now it's in tests, they saw it 8 kilowatt. And the battery pack is disappointing 123 kilowatt hours. And minus 5% reserve, so you're coming to 118 or so. And if you compare that with the Rivian, has 149 kilowatt hours, and the Silverado Chevy truck will get 200 kilowatt hours. And you guys know that I need to pull trailers. So, and I saw the first test pulling trailers. One guy pulled 11,000 pounds. He got over 100 miles or so. And then the other guy split the range in half. He got 150 miles of that. I'm going to pull that with the Model X right now. And this doesn't do it for me. This doesn't do it. And it makes me really think about how, if I want to go into that new vehicle and do that. And I hope that in the future, in the near future, before it's my turn to take the car, that they upgrade the battery density, and that the same 4680 batteries are being upgraded in density, and that you can get a longer range for that. And the most important for all, as was compared to what was announced in 2019 in November, was that it was actually the price, and the price is a lot higher than it was before. And so I don't know how you can fool your customers who dearly stayed with you over the time. And now it becomes really like a regular car factory. From the prototype to ramp up production takes 5 years. So that everybody says, and it's 5 years, yeah. So, and now, how about Elon? He complains about that he doesn't have 25% blocking minority of Tesla shares, but he sold for 44 billion shares in order to buy Twitter. And now, basically, I bought something, and now I'm complaining. Hey, if I'm going to my employer and said, hey, I bought an expensive car, and next year I need, please, higher compensation for that, because I cannot afford that car, and I have to pay off that car. So, and the employers don't have an understanding for that, right? So he complains about that 25% hold blocking minority. So with his option right now, he can come to 20%, and if he wouldn't sold anything, he would have 25%. And which still, with these options, it's still, there's a lawsuit about that in Delaware, which is still open. It's not decided yet, and they pushing a lot of things to the board. He basically, it seems more that he controls the board, and the board does what he does what he wants. But he really wants, if someone wants to override him, that he continuously stay there. And I think that was his own decision at the time. He wanted to buy Twitter and had another toy. So he has another toy, but now you don't have the majority anymore. Then you have to sell SpaceX portions of that and buy Tesla back. Elon has enough companies to make that happen. But it's almost like, this is like blackmailing, really. This is like blackmailing the shareholders. And at the time I asked him, hey, there are someone blackmailing you about Twitter advertisement. He had a pretty hard answer, and maybe the shareholders should use the same answer. So, And so what does it mean for Tesla? So when I'm looking at that, and he said he's not comfortable if he doesn't have 25% to continuously develop that, so that, hey, the FSD was committed to many customers which bought full FSD and waiting for years of that. Now that development goes somewhere else, all of the future AI products like that Tesla bought, right? So if he doesn't feel comfortable for that, so he takes all of his engineers, what he educated the last 8 years or 6 years or how long it is, and pushes them in his AI company, pays them from there, and then take all of the development, rent the equipment from Tesla, and pushes all of the development there. And then he has his own company and then sells the AI stuff to Tesla and anybody else. So, and that's the private company, that AI company, and Tesla doesn't see anything from that. So it doesn't go into the pockets from Tesla. Now Tesla becomes really a car company because it has not that technical component anymore if he threatens that he doesn't want to do that. And currently, you know what, I had to say, for sentimental reasons, I kept 3 shares from Tesla, but currently the money market is good. The money is not flowing into shares. It goes with over 5% money market, and so I'm gonna be on hold position right now. And this is my personal. This is not an advice to you, but you see how the tendency was, and I don't think that's in the short term. It goes further up. And there was a little irritation what I had with Kathy Wood. So because she bought shares towards the end of the year and then in the new year again, and said, why is that happening? What information does she have? Maybe not, but we will find out at the day this video is being published. On the evening, there is the shareholder meeting. Let's see what's coming out of that. So I'm in holding position. So I might be stepping in. Who never knows, but the behavior needs to change. That's all. So, and that's all from me, and I needed to tell you that. Okay. Some subscribe to the channel. That was a little bit insight. I hope you like it. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.